Hello and welcome. I'm having a bit of a technology hates me morning. Okay, so as is usual with my streams, the beginning's a bit funky. Let me just... adjust things. Okay. Let me know if the sound to voice ratio is off, but welcome. Hello. If you have joined my streams before, welcome back. If this is your first time, thanks for joining us. If you don't know me, I am CL. I am a Let's Player, vocalist, visual novel developer. I own and run the studio, Cats and Lillipad Studios, where I make visual novels. I make the In Between, Moonflower, Heart Agency, as well as working on a couple of dozen in freelance. Today I am going to be playing more of Disco Elysium. Last time, let's see, we explored a body. We got sassed by a tie. And I didn't die turning the light on. So let's see where today brings us. My mission is to find a bag so I can dumpster dive. Now where was I? Load. Okay. What was I doing? Where was I? I'll say, apparently... What is wrong with YouTube? Okay, there we go. That's better. My YouTube stream does not like me. Okay. So, what were we doing?
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
Honey, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, alright?
The other one is eating a big sandwich. What? Oh, they play in bowls.
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never.
Ask questions never. Shouldn't I ask what game it is first? Alright, I got this. Ball time. So I'm not sure how... I'm not sure how bad the delay on this actually is, and if that is something that I can actually change or not. But sometimes I will ask which things you think I should go with. I did try to add the companion, but I don't think it works anymore. And the companion actually lets you like vote on things, like what options to take. But I can't get the key to generate, so if anyone knows any information about how to actually get that added, please let me know, because I think that would be a cool thing to have. I can't find anything on Google about how to make it work though, just lots of people asking if anyone knows how to make it work. Which is unfortunate. I'm pretty sure they're playing lawn bowls, but let's see. Shouldn't I ask first?
You got this. There's the ball. You're the game.
Better observe them first. Hand-eye coordination. Ooh, acting without hesitation. This is a red check. Grab the ball and show them how it's done. Oh, he's such an embarrassment. Moment of your time, fellows. Don't get involved. I'll leave you to it. I'm gonna observe them
See?
first.
Your munching and complaining have ruined my concentration.
The man throws a metal ball towards towards a smaller wooden ball in the sand, missing it by a meter.
Ah, mon Dieu. The pain in my back is unbearable. I can't even say if it's in my back or hip anymore. Feels like it's in both.
He tries to measure the throw.
I hope you pass out from it, you goddamn jellyfish. Men like you are the reason this nation is sinking.
Standing tall and proud, he looks at his partner with disgust.
Shush. Ignore them. They don't know what they're doing. They're old. You are letting down yourself and the team. Get in the damn game already.
Wait, what team? I'm on it, coach. I feel like I always play games very safe. But I am having fun just completely defying everything that the creepy voice in my head wants me to do. Which is the least gremlin option, but I think it's kind of funny to make him mad. I want to see what happens if you keep defying the creepy voice in your head. Like, is he gonna, like, retaliate? Are you gonna get, like, brain souped?
Doesn't matter what team. Pick a team. Any team. The blue team. You're letting them down.
The blue team.
Get in the game and throw the goddamn ball.
Why are you so mean to me? I'm on it, coach. Why are you so mean to me?
Eyes on the ball, Dinky Winky.
Oh, did that just go down? Oh, because I didn't act without thinking. So now it's gone down. Okay. A moment of... Okay. I want to see what happens. What was that?
This felt wrong. Wrong like touching your sister's breast. You threw your sister's breast.
Don't do that. Do not.
Mon Dieu! Good job, officer. That was an excellent throw.
He's lying.
There are no two more harmful words an athlete can hear than good job. And this was downright embarrassing.
Hold on. Why did it feel so wrong? The throw was terrible and you know it. Do not mock me. I thought something way more spectacular would happen. Why did it
Your
feel
muscle
so
memory
wrong?
knew what to do and went for it. But there were gaps.
So he's a long ball player.
Yeah, gaps you tried to fill with thinking. We don't think in sports. We do. It felt like you were going for a thrust or a lunge. There was definitely gonna be jumping. Maybe you scored a point, but this is a fiasco.
I thought something way more spectacular would
What
happen.
are you talking about? You just executed a pretty much perfect pétanque throw.
His tone is full of admiration. I thought he tripped.
With a pinch of fear.
I lost him
How
around
are you
though.
ever going to get the officer's shit off your nose, Gaston? Or even climb out of his ass?
He shakes his head in terrible disdain. Perfect throw? Well, I still feel defeated. That's just how Johnny Ball Game is. Extraordinary. I was going for something cool, but I screwed it up. Like always. It's just how Johnny Ball Game is.
Right.
The old
Was the
soldier says
demonstration it? Or do you still need something from us, officer?
Yes, officer. What do we need from this gentleman?
Do you know something about the man hanged in the backyard of Whirling in Rags? He seemed to be playing in a crater. I saw the statue of Philippe III near the roundabout. Thank you for your time. Bail. What do you know about the body?
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely.
And most of the locals.
In Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them?
But you don't have a problem with cops.
Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
So again, you don't know anything.
If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me.
This is a man with a lot of past, but little present, and almost no future.
You seem to be playing in the crater.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game.
Was it made by sea monsters rising from the depths? Do you know what created it? I really want to believe in the sea monsters.
No! It was left by heavy artillery fire.
Okay. It's a crater left by artillery fire. But why?
Why what?
Why was heavy artillery used?
Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home.
Did you use artillery fire against them?
Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked.
He adds, squeezing a... I don't know. His hands. Ball? I don't know.
Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda.
Ooh.
And mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't though, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough.
I know. Why shell them here in Martinez? They should have chosen a place away from people and buildings. I don't really think that's how war works, unfortunately. Although, that is also classified as war crimes. Look around. I understand. I'd bomb this place too. Why shell them here?
Because this place is a damn beachhead. Had to soften the commies up first.
The beachhead?
Yes, the military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol.
He finds your lack of historic knowledge troubling, a sign of mental deterioration in the preceding generations.
Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta.
He points to the northwest. Deathblow sounds grim. Nod thoughtfully and turned to look eastward, northeast. Shake your head and look down at the crater. Not just smiling.
This here is Blood Ground, where Coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we're playing pétanque on their mangled corpses.
Nice.
Blood ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Yeah, explains all the war
Damn
damage.
right, son. They laid the fire of hell on this city before they stormed it. And it worked, too.
There is a strange gleam in his eye.
He approves of this radical approach, knows it was necessary.
The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the Coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course they still hold influence.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players on the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the... What do you think?
He stops mid-sentence and turns to you. That's how it should be. Soft socialists paving the way for the hard-working class to take over. Foreign powers cleaned up our mess and now they rule us. Shake your head in shame. The coalition seems quite capable, actually. Commies just don't understand how money works. Nothing. I don't think. I just do. Ooh. Ooh, I kind of regret talking to this dude. All of these answers actually imply that I was listening to anything he said. Let's just don't think. Just do. Because that's not entirely inaccurate. No thought, empty head.
I'm just so damn sorry it had to be the coalition. After 8 years of fighting those hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking piss in the mountains,
He isn't really paying attention to your words anymore.
I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned through Revachol. Or even if that damn clan Frisel had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case.
This royal failure weighs heavily on him.
Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio.
I don't disagree with the neon signs and toothpaste ads, though. Stupid music on the radio makes me laugh, though.
This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with.
Oh, so we can escape this dude now. Who is this Frissell? You mentioned Guillermo. What exactly is a suzerain? Conclude.
The
Let's get away
suzerain
from
is
this
the
guy.
king. Has everyone forgotten already? They've forgotten already.
Soon, they will forget everything. Him too. Then he chooses anger over melancholy.
It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
Oh, this is gonna make me lose another morale, isn't it? What is it? You may retry. Okay. What is it about this old soldier that makes him stand so proud?
All you observe is a veteran refusing to let go of the past and his old uniform.
Oh, he's wearing
This
his
is
uniform?
not uncommon.
This is the uniform of the Royal Carabiniers in service of Frissell I, Guillaume le Lion, and the valiant King Philip V before him.
Okay.
Don't you mean Frissell the Fan?
You do not speak his name, Craven, although he was a clown. But he was our clown. Our one.
There's something you missed. You will get to it. Don't worry.
Oh, what did I miss? Thank you for your time.
Son, you've really let yourself go. It's a disgrace. But Coach Physical Instrument is going to get you back in prime condition, even if it takes 1,000,000 push-ups.
Coach Physical Instrument? Does that mean you'll call me a maggot and Nancy Boy to motivate me? Yes, sir. Forge me into organic steel, Coach. I'm really, really not interested, discard thought.
Does a master swordsman insult his own blade? No. I'm going to turn you into an athletic benchmark, you big pussy.
Yes, sir. Forge me into organic steel,
It's
Coach.
going to take blood, sweat, piss, and tears. But when I'm done with you, boy, you will be a master athlete.
Too much abuse for my time. More intellectual. Let's do this, Coach. Opt in. Wait. Why piss?
When a man sets his mind and body on something and gives his 110%, he is sometimes going to piss himself. It just happens. No shame in that.
Wow.
Behold, world. Here walks a sportsman, hands choked and hair kept back with a bandana. The Homo athleticus.
Oh dear. What's that? Oh. Damage also taken on earthquake. See, we haven't been down to look at this. Yeah, I learned how to run last time. What's that? Seagulls. Oh, bullet holes. Okay. Oh. Oh, oh. Oh, is that my bag? What's that? What is that? Bag? It's a bag. Can I dumpster dive now? Items. Is it in tools? It is in tools. Look how goofy he looks. I don't think I need that just yet. Yeah. We got a bird. Oh, okay. Okay. Man. It's gonna be... How long does that take? Oh, that only takes 40 minutes. Oh no. If I stop this long way home now, it's gonna reset to the 6 hours again, isn't it? Can you stop and go? Can you? Because it doesn't say pause; it just says stop. Damn. Oh, -2 encyclopedia. That's not very good. Oh, he gets dumb from his workout? What else do I use? I'm working to clean up the streets, can I? Oh, that's hilarious. Does my bag get full? Now I want to go just like look at trash. Oh, surveys the city. Lakeside Apartments. What am I looking at?
Hey, up here, piggo.
Inside the frame of a motorcycle in repair and tools used to assemble it. The girl up there, she spilled the paint.
Yeah, you better keep walking.
Wait. Well, I wasn't looking for trash right now. Oh, heck yeah, magnesium. Docking reserved for residents. Oh, there's a dude. There's a dude. Where's he going? You're gonna have to go in
A
this boat at some
striking
point?
woman leans against the cabin
Oh, it's
top
not a dude.
of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce.
She extends her hand in greeting.
Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
She steps closer and holds out her hand over the railing. Joyce L. What does the L stand for? RCM? What is that? I'm a little foggy here. What gave us away? Shake a hand? Don't shake a hand.
Nothing, honestly. I've said it to every drunk in town, and you're the first one who's responded.
What is implied here? That you're a drunk?
I think that one's pretty obvious. Yes, it's exactly what that's implied. Shake her hand.
I'm glad to see you here.
Her grip is tight and cold.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
There's a trace of irony in his voice. Mischief, even. The lieutenant is hatching some scheme.
What are you up to, Kim?
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
It's hard to get a read on her precise disposition, but she appears helpful.
You're on a boat. No shit, Sherlock. Tell me about Wild Pines. What do you do? What can you tell me about this strike? Can you tell me about this lynching? Do you know something about these tattoos? You seem rich. Can I have some money? Thank you. That's all for now. Let's go for the obvious first. You're in a boat.
Why, yes I am.
She looks at the deck under her feet. Green and white sails flutter overhead. Not a lot of people on boats, are there? Does she have a name? Do you have a license for this boat? I think I have a handle on the boat thing. Not a lot of people on boats.
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around?
Wait, we're on an archipelago?
Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou.
Lakaiu? I thought we were on Revicol. Revicol sounds like a some kind of a like painkiller or something like that, like Panadol. Still, I haven't seen anyone else sail a boat around here. Understood. About this boat of yours.
She nods attentively.
I think I have a handle on the boat.
Good.
Thing. Tell me about Wild Pines.
What we do. I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
So what do they do?
The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things. And that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
How much money does Wild Pines have? Got it. Tell me something
She
else.
nods.
What can you tell me about this strike?
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
Wait, whatever. I want to hear about the trade secrets.
First, you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade in Aliments. That gives me the right to silence. It's quite the octopus.
An octopus? I will slay it. How do I repeal it then? Wouldn't want to disturb an octopus. Better let it be.
I'm glad you see it that way. To repeal the Act would mean repealing the Coalition government, the one that leases you the right to police West Revachol.
Let me just... stick this in here. Okay.
But I am derailing us. You wanted to know about the strike.
What is your role in this, precisely?
I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place. Now they won't even let me into the harbor. There's a 2-meter 20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
Tell us more about this behemoth.
What can I say? The union employs a giant covered in tattoos. A racist giant. I guess that's part of their big tent organization now.
How were the talks going before the lynching?
Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
He looks at his notes.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
What happened to this Gaumont?
Mr. Clare told him to... how did he put it?
She pauses to compose herself.
Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
Okay then. Cool! Not cool.
Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the union.
Sounds like usual aggressive posturing.
What are their
There are
demands?
leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes. Every worker, a member of the board.
I like it. I don't know what to think about that. Over-aggressive commie posturing. Seems like they have no idea about business. Forget it. I want to talk about something else about the strike. I don't know what to think about that. I don't think that's a lie. I don't even know what they want.
Fortunately, they explained it. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about anything, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
That's pretty funny, I have to admit. The workers can't be kings. The king is the king. The king is dead. Long live the workers. What are you going to do?
I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position. A hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the boyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
This checks out.
Reaction speed. The scabs at the gate. Did you put
The
them there?
scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock, come to plead for work where the Union refuses to? If they were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not right now, at least.
Tell me about this Union boss, Mr. Clare.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first.
Really?
Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
Is he that bad? He can't be that bad. Say nothing.
He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
Wait, there are two of him?
Yes. Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over.
Oh.
It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
What about the Union itself? Outside the Brothers Clare?
The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that. Organised labour at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The Brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
She hesitates, looking for the right expression.
A mob. The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced to cooperate with them.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother.
She turns to you.
And your opinion, detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is...
An effective advocate for rights of the local working men. A giant leech sucking the life out of Revocol. Basically a socialist mob. Prefer not to have an opinion on these things. This is tricky. I don't know. I guess they're an effective advocate, but also they're a crime syndicate, so all they're doing at the moment is starving their workers. Union's good, but these people seem bad. I absolutely support workers unionizing, though. I did not know that this game was so, like, communist socialist targeted. So that's been a surprise. See, I don't want... I prefer not to have an opinion on these things. Because I think this is too nuanced a question to answer with any of these. Because I get a feeling that this Pines place is a nasty slave labor, but also the answer isn't crime syndicate. I prefer not
Of
to have an
course,
opinion.
officer.
One more thing. You said something happened in the elections.
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the union. She disappeared.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore. Or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
Eerie. It happens. Some kind of extortion, probably.
Indeed. The company suspects foul play, but there's nothing they could do. It was a union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
That's all I need here. Let's change the
Of
topic.
course. How else can I help?
What can you tell me about this
Quite
lynching?
a few things, I'm afraid.
She falls silent for a moment, contemplating something.
The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
How curious. Why is that, Detective?
Awkwardness washes over the conversation. The woman doesn't like this turn of events.
Remember when my partner told you I'd recently suffered from an unusual medical episode? My lost badge is related to it.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
Possible. After a night of heavy drinking, I lost all my memories of my life in the world. Could have eaten it for all I know. I don't remember anything. This world, the city, nothing. Yes.
I can't hear you, darling. Speak up, please.
Oh, no! I could have eaten it for all I know.
Oh, dear. Some kind of encephalopathic amnesia. I don't even know how to respond. I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't imagine what you gain by faking such a condition.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I sympathize, but I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
Hang on. She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
What kind of arrangement would it be? How do I negotiate my way out of this? Then I will find it somehow. Let's talk about something else until I do.
She's a negotiator. Just float a favor at her. Insinuate.
Surely there's some other ways to demonstrate our law enforcement credentials.
I will be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something very tangible.
You're in, but expect her to drive a hard bargain.
Like what?
Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's a hub for the local drug trade. This is an open secret in Martinez. The Union controls the terminal, so it goes to reason.
They're profiting from this trade.
The company has tried looking into this matter before, to no avail. Perhaps someone with your authority and resources might turn over the right stones. Or you can recover your badge. Though if I may be blunt with you, it sounds like that may be a lost cause.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Excuse us for a moment, madam.
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective.
How did you hope it would go?
Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchmen.
Oh, so we're henchmen now? Really? I thought it was going well.
This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
He doesn't let it show, but there is a limit to how much the consequences of your unprofessional behavior can cost the investigation.
I am sorry for putting us in this situation. I'll handle it. What do you propose that we don't investigate the drug trafficking? We could just, find my badge. Let's get back to her then. Find my badge.
That would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large and your badge is 8 by 6 centimeters. You could request a new one from the station, but that would literally take months.
Do you propose that we don't investigate?
If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we're siding with the Union, or that we are on their take. We'd never hear the end of it. What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done, and demand for her information on the lynching.
Let's get back to her then.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Do you know something about these tattoos?
That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question.
Why? How is you looking at the photo tied to the lynching?
Better not tie the fourth day to the back day on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with.
She wants to answer the question. Protocol keeps her from it.
Okay, tell me about this alleged drug trafficking.
It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samaran Isla into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
Whoops.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff.
So let me get this straight. The materials come from Samara to Revachol through the terminal?
Yes. After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here.
Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the Union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean?
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the Union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients for a cut.
And you want us to investigate?
Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dock Workers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link.
Am I going to need bolt cutters for this?
Unlikely, officer. I'm talking about the lorries. Once the ingredients reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers, well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they may be vulnerable. Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment.
She gives you a knowing look.
I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
You'll be indebted to her, in a way, but one step ahead of the Union in another.
Why didn't you come to the RCM earlier? It's no coincidence that lorries are stranded like that, is it? What proof do you have that the Union is involved? Okay, I've made up my mind about the smuggling investigation. Actually, let's discuss something else. It's no coincidence that they're
No.
stranded.
We asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries. However,
She pauses, looking to the sea.
this is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has been processed by the trade committee, they'll have no choice but to lower the drawbridge, and the operation will continue.
She looks north.
Thousands of litres of raw ingredients will pour onto the streets of Revachol. Not the east across the river, but the west. The vulnerable, the weary.
Well, at least this solves one mystery.
What is that, Lieutenant?
Why I had to call East Motor Tract and beg them to open a drawbridge for me. I'd wondered since I first drove in, on my motor carriage.
I am sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant Kisaragi, but we need them trapped here. This is a unique opportunity. I'm sure you understand.
Why didn't you
We
come
did.
earlier?
On more than one occasion. Apparently, there's some sort of inter-precinct disagreement about whose jurisdiction this area falls under.
No.
We know the company has launched its own probe into the union's alleged involvement. We also know it's come up empty. It's not just the RCM. No one's been able to find any hard evidence.
Well, here's your chance, officers.
What proof do you have the union is involved?
How do you think they're financing this strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock workers going strong for the 4th month straight.
There was a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike. Many were squeezed to bankruptcy to fund it.
With all due respect to these desert cacti, the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men. The local businesses can scarcely provide for themselves.
So you think the strike is being funded with source ingredients for drugs?
Precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely, then loaded onto lorries and driven to Jamrock. You simply need to find one driver who will open up to you.
It sounds like she tried looking into it herself, though she's clearly not the type your typical lorryman would confide in.
Okay.
Yes?
We will take the case, probe the drivers, see what it yields.
Excellent. According to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout. Hopefully one of them will know something. It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I can keep the drawbridge up for a few more days at least. You should have the time you need. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance. Of course, Detective. Take care.
Okay. Okay, what should I... Reaction speed, pain threshold... Authority... Drama... Logic... Encyclopedia... Call upon all your knowledge... Produce fascinating trivia... Interesting. What should I go with? I'm kind of between logic, encyclopedia, and this visual calculus. Deduce the world. Maybe logic. Maybe try and make him a little bit smarter. Just a little bit. What do we have here? The gem mystery. Ask him to tell you about the case. Where is the rest of the armor? Oh, we've got to go back. Oh. Find booze and drink it. Getting the body down. Two stations for additional funds. Okay, so we've got to go and talk to... We've got to go and talk to some people. I don't have access to the map yet.
A sturdy metal door guards. The door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response. The door
Again?
rattles again, but this time you hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from inside.
Stop banging on the door! I'm not letting any more strangers inside.
Any more?
Doesn't matter who I am. Now go on, get out of here.
This is a police.
The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here.
Please let me inside. It's cold out here. But I'm not joking.
No, I already told you. I won't be responsible for any more strangers getting into the building. Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
Okay, that was weird. Ooh, oh, give me your bottles.
The streets will flow red once more. A great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
The girl stares at the sailboat by the pier.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C.
Just want to know your name, little lady. No need to get defensive. Don't use that tone with me. I am the law. Let's start with your blood type and go with there. Hep. Yeah. Last time you tested. Just answer some questions, okay?
Ask away, pigman. But I don't promise to answer.
Despite the sass, she puts the brush aside. You're looking off to the side. What are you looking at? What are you doing to the wall? Do you know anything about the recent murder? What are you
The
looking at?
lieutenant is desperately searching for another handkerchief.
She turns her head to face the coast and nods disdainfully towards Joyce, performing maintenance on her boat.
Hatred, disgust. It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
You mean Joyce?
On a first name basis with her, are we? Piggy's moving up in the world.
Hold on. What's
It's where they grow whores like her. And they're whoremen.
Okay. Why all the negativity?
Have you got a crush on her? Aching for an opportunity to defend her honor.
What are you doing to the wall?
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit.
Okay.
I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
She studies the wall, suddenly pensive. So you don't know what to write? Why are you so committed to defacing the building? I have an opinion on this. Want to hear it?
Have you ever tried your hand at graffitio? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff, like pigs go home and Mona was here. We rarely see pigs round here, though. Just union cards. And my name's not Mona, so...
She wants it to be something true and total.
Why are you so committed to defacing the building?
This place is severely lacking in havoc. Not even the occasional trash can fire to break up the tedium. I thought I'd mix it up, you know, summon the forces of crime and social chaos with a wall-sized invitation.
Okay. I have an opinion on this. Want to hear it?
Yeah?
I love public art. Don't mind us. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna have to stop you. This is hooliganism. Actually, I don't have an opinion. I lied. Public art can be fun. I don't like tagging, but graffiti in general can be very cool. I actually don't have an opinion though. I lied.
Lying is cool, I guess.
She absentmindedly paints a red streak on her left cheek. Do you know anything about the recent murder?
I ain't no snitch, Pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
Catch you later,
Watch
Cindy.
your back, Ungulate. You've got eyes on you.
Okay, that wasn't strange at all. How do I need? Oh, I have to go back here. What do I have that keeps telling me to look in here? I don't understand. Is there... Is there any other trash around here? Yeah. Have we gone in here? I don't think we have. Ooh. Book. Ooh, bookshop. Gift books and molten candy. Oh, that's an interesting combination. Old sports magazine tucked away in a dark corner. Books collected in the nation's recipe of Ada. They're all about lake trout. Okay.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
I'll have a look at those in a bit. Let's go up here. Ooh, what's that?
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over.
That's what they kept calling him. Hi, hi. I am playing Disco Elysium. It is a, I guess, kind of, what would I call it? Interactive narrative. Let's see, how is it actually described? Basically, you wake up as this dude and he doesn't remember anything. You've got to I guess, find his memories while also solving a murder.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural literature.
Look through the
Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance. The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services.
Huh. How does that work?
It serves platitudes, while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to, and which costs more than this book, is garbage, and would only give you cancer anyway, without even curing your cold or anything.
Okay.
Wholeness, unity, balance, on the other hand, can basically take care of anything. Though it is important to note, when it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill in the first place. It's your own fault if you're ill. Got it?
Does the book say anything
else? The book
else?
features chapters on topics such as how to find magnesium. It even lists plants you can harvest magnesium from. How to continue drinking if you're an alcoholic who has destroyed his liver. And there's even a chapter on the ancient Seraïs tradition of using duck gallbladder preservatives to treat and prevent sexually transmitted diseases. Pre and post factum apply. Nothing worth buying. This is just mundane garbage. What's even paranatural about this?
Find something truly otherworldly.
The throbbing in your head increases with every passing moment you gaze at this shelf. Suddenly, as if out of nowhere, a small green book becomes apparent. The title of it reads, Medicinal Purposes of the Pale.
What's the pale?
The book contains very little explanation on the matter. This knowledge seems to be taken for granted.
What's this book about?
The book contains descriptions of various pseudoscientific therapies, alternative medicines, and folk remedies involving the pale, also known as le territoire. For example, it recommends vigorously swatting one's naked body with a venik or hand broom, made from the leafy twigs of a young birch tree from the near pale. Even better if you can find someone else, preferably a large man dressed in nothing but a towel, to thrash you while you're spread naked and helpless on a cool slab.
What?
It is supposedly invigorating and good for the circulation.
I think I've had enough. Thanks. I think that's enough of that. Another boring book just discarded here. Oh, what's that?
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinaise. This large map displays archipelagos. You see a constellation of small dots on the light blue emptiness of the Insulindic Ocean. The largest in the northeast is La Caillou. You are here. Another, far away in the southwest, Seminese Islands, Ile de Fantôme, Ozon, Laurentide, Fas à la Mer, Archipelagos, North Arcade Islands, all just specks of dust on the vastness of the Insulindic. On the edges of the map, the color fades into a blur of dotted lines, black and white. In the northeast, a dust mite stands on the north coast of Caillou, in a bookstore. It's you. Radiating outwards from you, the suzerain Revachol, with a radius of 80 kilometers, still, the crown jewel of this Isola would be barely visible.
squint first. Can you see cities on the islands?
You can. On Caillou, Revachol, a single black star. On Ozon, Fond de l'Air, and Vilmandu. On archipelagos, Croyan Moran, Villiers. On Semenine, Olduvai, and on Laurentide, Deora of the Seven Seas. Lost little pearls of light, tiny fires in the dark.
Look at
The ocean
edges.
breaks apart into a tangle of cosines and azimuths, all pointing into pale nothingness. Muindi is the north azimuth. Grad is the northeast azimuth. Samara is the east azimuth. Seo is the west azimuth. Isolas, they're called. Connections to other worlds. Words past the Incelindian, unknown to you. You only know you've never been there. You have little idea what they are. Distant stars, gods, but looking at them makes you feel almost non-existent. Whatever they are, the Isolas are immeasurably large compared to you, and very, very far away. Perhaps they are gods, gods of distance and outer dust.
Jesus, okay. Is this actually going to give us access to a map, or do I have to buy the map?
The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the River Esperance. Countless bridges put the shards back together, connecting city blocks to river islands. La Delta says a great artificial heart in the center, teeming with life forms and construction. To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin, Stella Marie, the suburbs of Saint-Baptiste, swallowed up into the megacity. They sound rich to you. This is Revachol East.
And west of the river?
Hudon, it's somewhere to live. Not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Forberg. It's almost as bad, and much larger. Then Coal City. It's the worst.
And Martinez?
It's so small you can't even see it on the map. No, wait. There it is. North of Jamrock. The strip of coast next to the Greater Revachol Industrial Harbour. It looks downright despondent. It's almost Coal City, to be honest. No, Coal City is worse. A charred limb. Rain falls on its slick black streets. And then there's the burnt-out quarter in the heart of Jamrock. Is it cold in this bookstore? Or is it just you? No, this is somewhere to be. This is all you have. But it's still something. Streets and sodium lights, the sky, the world. You're still alive.
Why are these maps so intense?
It's not really a map. It's a tourist thing. A picture postcard with buildings on it, drawn from an isometric perspective. A date in the upper right corner says 48. Still, it's detailed. Could be pretty useful for scouting ahead. You see the jagged boxes of an industrial harbour, even the whirling in rags there.
Can I
I'm
buy
sorry,
these?
officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides, you could scarcely afford them. They're
Okay.
quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though.
Why is the Martinez one so cheap?
That old thing. It's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was nor came to be. From when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago. They also renovated the horse statue, set up those coin-operated viewers, and designed the new street lamps.
What happened then?
They didn't get that far, for some reason. A shame the project never got going. Would be nice if someone fixed Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business.
How much money do I have? Is that what I have? $2. $2.73. Should I buy the map? Is the map important? Let's leave it for now. I don't know. I need... Ooh. Well, see, that always makes me worry. What's in here?
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
Okay. What's behind the curtains? Examine the strange cage-like trinket. Pull the curtains open.
Nothing.
behind
Please
the-
go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about.
Ooh, that's
Oddly
weird.
enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become.
Examine the strange cage-like trinket.
You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. The curtains remain shut before you.
Oh, okay. What do I do? Do I pull open the curtains? Or do I leave them alone? Okay, I guess we'll see what's behind the curtains.
Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers.
Her hand has closed around her pendant. Her fingers nervously playing with the talisman.
Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
Why do you have such interesting curtains? Ma'am, this is different. I'm a police officer. I need to get in there. But I sense this place calling for me. I must investigate beyond the threshold. Okay, you can't stop me. I'll open them. Alright, I'll think about it for a while. But it calls
You
to
do?
me.
My God, even more reasons not to mess with the curtains. Just step away, dear sir.
Oh. Am I gonna die if I go through the curtains? Alright, I'll think about it
Thank
for a
you.
while.
Let's just talk about this first, all right? There's no reason for you to venture into the unknown.
What are you, a coward? Think about the marvelous adventures waiting for us on the other side.
Oh no, not the
Lies.
necktie again.
Rip them open, we say.
Oh no.
There is something mysterious about the curtains. Be careful. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you.
Oh, I really want to know what's behind there though. Panic save. Okay. No, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go behind the curtain.
The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang
Rip
before
them
you.
apart. This
as
time
if
for real.
You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little cage-like trinkets, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
I warned you, you're unleashing forces beyond your understanding.
Why are they in a bookshop? Ghostly silhouettes of hairdryers. No sane person would ever put their head in one such machine. Ooh, that's certainly a painting. A vaguely androgynous portrait of a man. Merely looking at that unmanly haircut threatens your— Oh, poor baby!
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked. What if you just break it down?
Maybe I should break it down. But not before I strategize. Main threshold 4. Oh, knock on the door. Knock on the door. Let's see what knocking does.
Only an echo. No one is there.
But not before. Let's try and break it down. Fail. Oh no. Oh. Wow, wow.
Ow. Shoot. Whose moronic idea was it to just run through the door? Don't you know that things like that hurt? Walk it off, son. Stop wriggling like a maggot. It's nothing to worry about.
Oh god. Try to breathe normally. This really wasn't the best idea, was it? I deserve this. My body deserves to suffer for being this weak and disappointing. Is that blood I'm seeing? Rub your forehead. Please don't cry. Please don't cry. Slap your face. I don't want anyone to see
Are
me
you
cry.
alright? This looked pretty intense and painful, I must admit.
What is going on there? Are you really trying to break down the back door? I warn you, don't tempt the spirits, officer. Don't tempt the spirits, or you'll damage the holy wards on the door.
It barely looks like you've done any damage to the door, however. It's still locked and closed, covered in dozens of little charms and trinkets.
Maybe I should break it down, but not before I strategize.
That's right. Take in your surroundings. You need to have a solid ground and a proper posture if you want to succeed.
Check your
The
surroundings.
room is dimly lit and littered with old barbershop rubbish, but the path to the door is clear.
What about the door?
It's made of a solid block of wood, but it has stood there for ages. The hinges are old and coated with a carmine layer of rust. It should be doable.
Okay, I guess I have to leave.
You've hurt yourself now. I told you not to mess around back there. What are you even trying to accomplish, you fool?
Nothing. I'm just terribly clumsy sometimes. Sorry. Rub your aching forehead. Thought it was obvious. I tried to smash the door by using pure physical force. I need to know the secrets lie behind that door. It's part of a spiritual
You're
quest.
only making things worse. Stop it. Be compelled to look at the books. Go to them.
Who's the little girl standing
Annette,
outside?
yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl?
Yes, of course.
Wonderful. Did you talk to her?
Not really.
Why not? Was she not friendly enough? Were you not compelled to talk to her?
I don't know. I just walked right in here instead. I'm not really interested in talking to a kid.
What's wrong with her? Can't she do anything right?
The way you're handling her strikes me as wrong. That is quite the trooper. She's a great value add. I'm here to dismantle the free market and abolish child labour. Your handling strikes me as
Mind
wrong.
your own business, sir. In our society, people don't get to tell each other how to raise their children. It's none of your or anyone's business.
The woman before you scans the store, her shoulders rigid and tense. Every now and then, she nudges her glasses.
Okay, well, she's weird. Fine, I guess I'll talk to you.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open. Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
She stomps her feet to feel warmer. What is this store anyway?
It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses, little girl.
Don't be ridiculous. I know all of
You're
these
fooling
things.
nobody.
Don't you sass me. I know all of these things and they do, goddammit.
Sir, are you okay? You've been standing here silently for a while now.
Is it okay if I ask you some questions?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
What is this crime business?
Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals.
Okay, I get it. Crime murder gets the people going. I don't know what crime is. Crime fiction gets the people going.
And it's kind of like a puzzle too. You can guess who the criminal is or how the good guys are going to catch him.
I'm a policeman myself, by the way.
You don't look much like a policeman.
Huh. Well, what does the cop look like then?
Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
She points to the cover of a book on which you see a strapping Vespertine officer. He stands grimly over the body of a woman. I used to be exactly like that Mullen guy. Then I decided to live a little. No, nobody actually looks like the guy in the picture. This is a stupid fantasy of a man. It's not your body what's important in police work anyway, it's your point to your head. Wow. Look at that guy. I'll never be as good as Mullen.
Head? Yes.
No, it's your soul. Your blue soul.
Okay.
No, your resilience.
Soul. That Mullen guy looks like a Hempelman. Who could respect that face? He lacks soul. Grit. Total disregard for personal safety. You couldn't take the pain. This Mullen guy looks like he'd run to his mum and cut no walls. Oh dear. Okay, well, someone's salty about a fictional detective. It's not even drawn correctly. He lacks soul. Jealous and an art critic.
That's a bit childish.
Pam, what's the big deal? No, it's too much. You don't want to do that to a
Say
little
what,
girl.
sir?
Nothing. Forget it. Either way, I'm not impressed with this Mullen guy.
You don't have to be, sir. He's just a fictional character. He's no match for you. Maybe you can show me some real police work, sir. Like in the books.
The cover image of Dick Mullen seems to stare at you with harsh disapproval. I'm scared. Wait, okay, no, we're going to embarrass ourselves in front of a kid, okay.
You fail to deduce anything substantial. She waits intently.
I'm a detective. I deduced that you are a girl. I'm a detective. I deduced that you are very small. Actually, I'm sorry, I can't deduce anything. Deduce that you are a girl.
Come on, anyone would notice that.
Okay, goodbye.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Ooh. Can I do it?
No.
No, I cannot.
These tracks are not interesting at all. Let the street sweeper just sweep them away.
What kind of
Hard to
vehicle?
say. Your vision is blurred and you're having difficulty concentrating thanks to your relentless hangover.
Why am I
Cop
looking at
habit.
this?
You look at everything. This isn't case related, you think.
Okay. Oh, is that a toggle? No? The ladders for kids wouldn't hold the weight of a grown man. Right, let's talk to this
Can't
little
you
shit
see
again.
I'm throwing rocks?
Look, I have questions
All right.
for you.
Entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
Oh, God, he's already annoying me. The body. What do you know about it?
Shitload pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno!
Help me out. What do you want to know?
If I were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them who he is, how he got there, and the usual.
You have no idea what the usual is. Just ask whatever comes to mind.
Where's the rest
Kuno
of his
doesn't give
armor?
a shit about the armor.
How come?
Kuno's fuck gimp's got one big thing wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant. Look at him. Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away.
He drills his temples with his fingers in some strange aggressive gesture.
Oh, come on. He's just pretending that he doesn't care because he's too small for the armor.
You're just too small for the armor.
Get the fuck out of here trying to fuck on me with that midget shit. Kuno's 12. He's huge.
He squints at you.
What are you? Fucking 80? When Kuno's 80, Kuno can fit 4 of you in Kuno. Fuck out of here.
Trying to fuck on Kuno! Fuck out of here!
Oh, I want to smack these kids' head together. And bury them in the dirt. What do you mean you threw it away?
Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big.
He performs a kickoff on the imaginary helmet.
Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno.
Oh, Kuno's such a strong, tough guy. You threw it in the sea?
Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking monk.
Oh, Kuno needs to shut his fucking mouth.
You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gate.
What do you mean, troubadour?
Yeah, cock and boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit. Came around pretending like he cares about cows.
Not cows.
So yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peep at Kuno's armor. Go to the gate. Ask him yourself.
Yes, this troubadour has it. You can feel it.
Do you know who he was?
Kuno's fuck gimp. Kuno uses the fuck gimp for target practice.
End of conversation. Very strong. You should be this stoic.
Do you know how it got there?
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down.
So you didn't see it happening?
You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional.
Oh, okay. Where did you go then?
I don't know. Some fucking
He looks around, trying to come up with something.
Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City.
Okay, about
Yeah.
the dead body.
Kuno didn't smoke him, if that's what you mean.
He draws snot up his nose. Ooh. You seen anyone suspicious around?
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty Kuno.
More on this later. Right now, let's talk about
You're
something else.
testing Kuno's patience here.
Oh, I want to drop kick
Get
this
lost.
kid. The censoring like a radio is nice. I do very much prefer that there is no. But yeah, there is a no. Kids often play in this
Right,
yard.
pig? This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. Fuck do you want with it?
The ladder. Ever climb it?
Look at that fucking shit! You're trying to get Kuno killed!
So you would say the ladder is unclimbable?
Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking acrobat.
The lieutenant takes a quick note in his notebook.
It's a trap, Kuno. Don't climb it, Kuno.
What's in the greenhouse over
Don't
there?
know. Kiptas gardener used to work there.
You mean the young woman by the whirling rags? That gardener?
Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit.
He looks at you in the eye and nods, as if agreeing with himself. I might have questions later. For now, let's talk about something
whatever.
else.
Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Gotta ask, who is Kuno?
Kuno's Kuno, pig?
The boy points to his chest with both thumbs.
Kuno. Primal. Violent.
Kuno. Sounds like something you'd call a rabid dog. Oh, what? That's that. That scared me. So you refer to yourself in the third person? Kuno. That's some sort of gang name? Rabid dog.
Yeah, think about it. Think about that rabid Kuno shit.
He seems glad someone understood what he was going for. But right as he's getting distracted, you hear a malevolent hiss from behind the fence.
Watch out, Kuno. He's trying to fiddle you. He's gonna put his hands on you.
The thing behind the fence starts squealing, shrill and violent like a fire alarm.
Help! Pig's got Kuno. Help! Rape!
Oh, no. Wahaha! That needed to be censored. The sound gets louder as the child shouts at the window overlooking the yard.
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
I'm just gonna leave.
Get out of here before the Kuno beats the shit out of you.
Yeah, that's right. Drag your fat ass out of here, fat boy, before Kuno fucks you.
Don't listen. Just go.
Just go. Oh, God, I hate that kid. Let's see. Probably shake him down, but is there anything else I can... Sewer gateway. Gateway to the river of filth. Order lockout. Order. Who are you?
G'day to you, officers.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them. His posture is relaxed. Despite his powerful build and the knife in his hand, this man resorts to physical intimidation only infrequently, if at all.
I don't know if the microphone picked that up, but my grandfather just walked down the hall singing, I believe? First things first. What are you doing here? Man on the waterlock. Do you know what caused this wreckage? Points at the smashed billboard in the canal.
I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Revachol.
The words daredevil driver sound ominous to you.
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here. Especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then.
Can I have some of that salami? Do you know what's further down the coast?
Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it.
He thinks for a moment.
Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins.
I don't want your salami. No, alright, bye. I really don't want your salami.
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel usually closes the waterlock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything.
I'm just gonna leave. Butter sign down. What's this? Pawn shop. Fast cash for faster times. Things to look at. What have we got? Mostly military wear with a few more eccentric fashion items thrown in. Some kind of machine. An antique cash register. In the dark, a film projector is whirring away. Bust of a woman. The plaque simply says Dell. Oh!
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty. Try to find something pretty and cool here. Then use it to win her back.
Win her back? Win her back?
Yes. Buy something nice. A figurine. This sounds off. You shouldn't trust this guy.
Inspect
Big
the knights
men
on
on big
horseback.
horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks, the kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye.
Who are they?
Franco-Nigerian knights. I used to be very serious about these guys.
Aw. He looks at the dusty figurine in the dim light. He
A
likes
long,
figurines.
long time ago.
I'm gonna step away. What's that? Oh, nice, a healing item. And health charges. Is that all I have over here? No, I can go in here.
There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand clothes, smelling of strangers' body odors.
Ew.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
You find your
Fast food
hands
box.
deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places.
Economical, but also trendy. Look first-hand, buy second-hand. Keep the economy moving.
Yeah, let's find something worth salvaging from the pile of rags.
No good.
Oh.
All you can come up with are some treated wool pants. You can tell they're too tight around your thighs and too loose around the waist.
Discard the
No
woolly
luck?
pants.
Why not take another look, officer? Keep supporting the economy.
No thank you. I'm good. What's this? A helpline to a company that controls the drawbridge. Oh, so this is this the front of the drawbridge? Hot air rises up from the sewer, acidic and strangely comforting. Ooh. Heck yeah, I'll take the trash. Trash boy! Perhaps Trash Boy should have been the name of my episode instead of Operation Bag. Although Operation Bag is technically not. Well, so are they my... What do I have? Do I have anything? Is there anything that I can... Ruins full of snow. No one lives here anymore. Okay, that's weird. No, we've harassed the old lady already. Trash to pick up? Okay. Oh man, can you can you hear the vacuum cleaner in the background there?
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now. Do you know what you should do with that money, kiddo? You should buy more alcohol. Enter the endless cycle of consumption.
And I choose not. Okay, so I think I've explored everything that I can. I wonder if there's more things to collect in there, if I can get more. If I can get more.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Okay. Pick up the radio again.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
So we've got to do 2 things here. One is ask for money, and another is talk to this Sylvie.
Right. Please hold.
10-4, come in. Firework, over.
Actually, let me... Oh, I can't. I'm in dire need of financial assistance.
10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request, but...
What does he want now?
He's asking for money.
Is he fucking kidding?
I don't think he is.
Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all.
Alright, that's a negative on the additional funds, over.
It's paramount to the investigation that you grant me more money. Please, I'm begging here. I don't even have a place to sleep tonight. Okay, I heard you. No funds. Please, I'm begging you. Oh. They already think you're pathetic. Why not go more?
He says he's in trouble, doesn't have a place to sleep.
Well, I guess he'd better crack the case before sundown then.
Vicmar said...
Who cares what this Vicmar said? Pull on their heartstrings. Enough, officer. This begging is below your dignity.
I don't want to be here anymore. I want to go home. Please come and get me. Oh, it's paramount to the investigation.
He says it's important to the case.
He isn't getting a red cent. You can tell him that.
Request denied, sir. Over.
Nothing is working.
Okay.
Anything else, sir? Over. Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you. Relay your question. Over.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through.
What's there to think about? I need information, not fear.
Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
Hold on. Are you alone in the room? I need some confidential information about myself. I wanted to know if you got my badge's description right in your report. Could you read it to me? Name, rank, date of birth. I'm looking for my address. I don't know where I live. Please refer to me by my full name in the future. Any news about my, family? Have I ever told you about my life before RCM? Yeah, let's wrap this up. I want to know if you got the badge right. Oh, it sounds like he's being clever, but... Let's see, will he? Will he? Please refer to me by my full name in the future.
10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over.
Say my name. Stop calling me sir and just use my real goddamn name, will you? Oh no!
What is it? What can he possibly still want from us?
He seems intoxicated and keeps asking me to call him by his name.
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive. That's new.
Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics.
Alright, we're gonna try it.
What is it? He's still on the line?
He wants to verify the information on his badge.
But of course, it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Revacholian Cavalry Force.
Tell him to stop wasting time.
What do you need, sir? Over.
Oh, fine.
Understood, sir. Over. Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Well, that went about as well as I expected. That would have been way too easy. I need you to connect me to a civilian, Sylvie. She may have reported a murder.
Of course. What is her number, officer?
Kim, didn't God give you Sylvie's number?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Start slapping a marching rhythm on your thighs. Wait patiently.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi slowly begins to tap a little rhythm with his right foot.
Oh, he did it!
Quite a lot of time has passed.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you.
Oh, she finally returns.
Yes, hello?
Oh, I'm surprised that actually went through. Hello, this is the police calling. I have some questions about your last days at work. Sylvie, I believe we've met before. This is me, a detective from the Whirling Rags.
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
She recognizes your voice. She recognizes your voice almost immediately.
You can hear resentment in her tone. She's not thrilled to be talking to you again. There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
Have you seen my badge? Was it you who called the police?
No, not me.
But why didn't you call? Didn't a corpse behind your workplace bother you? Do you know who made that call?
No, sorry. I don't.
She clears her throat.
Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Yeah, go on.
You quit your job at the Whirling. Why?
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
You can hear her tense up on the other side. Are you ever coming back to work?
Maybe, I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now.
Have you seen my
yes,
badge?
I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law.
My badge is missing. Have you seen it anywhere?
Oh, no. I haven't, sorry.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours?
Oh, my uniform too! Kim doesn't have a uniform and he seems real to me.
He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. It's different from not knowing where your uniform is. There are officers who wear the signature Perseus black uniforms to the highest ranks in the RCM and end up buried in them as well. Others do it more casually. Looks like you're one of them.
No, okay, you can't fool me. Whatever jacket he's wearing has the little insignia thingies on it. I don't know what you are.
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, detective.
I showed you my gun? When did it happen?
You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating and...
She stops hesitantly, not sure if she should continue.
Sounds like it's going to be bad. Do you really want to know?
And what did I do?
You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
Some poor sod was trying to eat his pudding while you were screaming, spit flying, imitating the mercy shot right next to him. Spat some in his food. I don't think he touched it after. People tried to back away from you, or even slip out of the door. But you screamed. I am the goddamned law, and you have to listen to me. You are all suspects in a murder investigation.
Why would they send this guy out? If they know what he's like, why are they sending him to deal with people's problems? Because he seems like he's just gonna cause them more. Okay, I don't know what to say.
Me neither.
I should have killed myself. Why would I threaten to kill myself? I mean, look at this world. I would love to stay. Yes, what happened to my gun?
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big bucks cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns. It almost looked like you pawned it. But believe me, I did not ask.
You see my policeman uniform? Oh no.
Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on. The disco things.
Somewhere in a dank rental apartment, 2 police officers stand in the dark. Trash and liquor bottles cover the floor. Things are not good. One of the men, trying not to slip on old newspapers, makes his way to the window and pulls the curtains apart. Roaches scatter as the light comes in. God damn. Officer Michelle Elfboy Williams speaks to himself. His partner, Sundance Fisher, looks at the patrol uniform he's wearing, then at an identical suit frame on the wall. It's blue and covered in dust. Let's get the fuck out of there. He turns to Williams. He hasn't been here in days.
Think I got everything I need. Thanks. Oh yeah, let's not harass the girl on the phone.
I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Why does she seem so angry with you?
No, she doesn't have a problem with you. It must be someone else she's angry about. Some other guy. Like God.
Yeah, sure. It's totally the other guy. Yeah, it's definitely some other guy. A guy like God. Oh my god, sure it isn't
Trust
about me?
You wouldn't want to be the guy here. You know how it is. Yak, yak, nag, nag. No, you're the guy. You're Lieutenant Love, matchmaker extraordinaire. Help the poor girl out, lest she turns into a spinster.
Oh my god, not a spinster. Yeah, she's a woman, probably just playing hardball with the goods. Woman, just transactional. I'm happy to help, but maybe I could do without all this internalized misogyny.
What misogyny? I'm just telling things the way they are. Can't a man be honest in his own head anymore? You have to act, Lieutenant Love. You have to calm that hysteric down. Tell it you've got everything under control. Then go and have a little boys' talk with God himself. Think you can do that, Lieutenant Love?
Oh. To the microphone. Are you still there, kiddo? Listen, I've got everything under control. Daddy is gonna take you on his lap, little darling. Please no. I don't want to say any of these things. Fuse the love quest, although it's wonderful. No, I don't want to.
You're just a gimp. What? You want to be more empathetic?
Call was terminated by the other party. Anything else, officer?
I'm done.
57's over and out.
Her voice disappears into the void.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers.
Okay, we gotta leave now. Oh my goodness. Wait. Apologies if that blew out anyone's ears. What do we have? Where's the rest? Go to the harbour gates and ask Jolly Musk about the armor. Pay for damages. Despite any... I can sing karaoke. Haven't they suffered enough? Fingerless gloves. Oh. Interfacing. What does that say? Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Those seem better, not the drug gloves. Okay, so I think I need to talk to this guy. I might have pawned my gun to him.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop.
The man at the counter turns to you slowly.
What can I do for you?
He asks.
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Sorry, I feel like I'm interrupting you. It's shameful how insufficient the police presence is in these parts. Now that the RCM is here, tell me, have you had any trouble lately? I feel like I'm interrupting you.
Oh no, not at all. I guess I haven't had many customers lately. RCM or otherwise.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake, people who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Honestly, I think some of your selections are presses your finger to your lips, more tasteful than others. Business plan is all over the place. Quite the collection indeed.
It keeps me entertained.
His attention is drawn once more to the play of lights and shadows on the wall behind you.
Entertained? He might be high. If he is, on what?
Something I'd like to sell. Is Roy high? If yes, then what is he on? You may be able to aid our investigation. By the way, do you, happen to have any guns like the ones carried by cops?
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
Know anything about the recent hanging?
I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business, bad for everyone.
No one likes to see what you have to see every day.
Think you can help me get a corpse out of a tree?
The corpse behind the hostel, I assume. I don't have a truck with a mounted platform or anything of that sort myself.
He looked into the swirling lights, then at you.
Ask around the harbour. There might be some workers there who'd be willing to help.
Actually, that's all I've
The
got.
pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
By the way, do you, happen to have any guns like the one carried by cops?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
What? Sold? The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another, alert.
I sold you my
You,
With Kim here too? That just sounded really, really bad.
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol Citizens Militia. And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off-the-charts photon emissions. The unhealthy kind.
He's not telling you the whole story. It seems he's trying to spare you.
I feel like there's something you're not telling me. There's probably a good reason for that.
You weren't quite yourself, officer.
What was I like?
You were very distraught. You said the gun was a threat to your life and that you can't trust yourself with it tonight. And that you need the money. When I said that I don't normally buy firearms, you put the gun barrel in your mouth and sort of sucked on it.
Ugh.
Then I agreed to take it.
This man is a mess.
You sucked on a gun? Good. Very normal.
Very normal. Wait, much did I sell the gun for?
15 real.
The lieutenant looks from you to Roy, and then back to you. It's clear that he hopes this tableau might still turn out to be a bad dream. It's not, though. This has got to be the most. Wow. There's pity there, too. In case you didn't notice.
Happens to the best of us, I guess. I'm so sorry you had to see me in that state.
No apologies necessary, officer.
Fire?
She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive, but I was just happy to get rid of it, and of her. Truth be told, she was terrifying.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
Miraculously, his face does not reveal what's happening inside.
She must be one of my rabid fans. Maybe she's a vigilante, wants to prove she can do our job better than we can. Don't like it either. What if she intends to commit a crime and blame it on the citizens' militia? I'm sorry, I sold my gun.
You're right that she could cast aspersions on the force. We have to find her.
Any idea where I can find this buyer?
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
Where did you come from? Where did you go?
A needle in a haystack.
No.
There is nothing you can do
Vacuum.
about it now. You'll just have to hope you luck upon her somehow.
At least I know how I lost my sidearm. Let's talk
Of
about
course.
something else. Oh, okay. Well, this is a sad, sad man. Okay, I think...
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. When he realizes you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin. The name Sileng is embroidered over his breast pocket.
Happy shopping, officer! Everything's cool here.
He gives you a thumbs up.
Everything's cool. The goods are cool, the customers are cool, the place is cool. And one more thing, officer.
From out on the bay, a cool wind gathers. It sweeps into the city, tugging at the textiles hanging around the stand. Some distance away, the sound of a tin can clattering across the street can be heard.
You're very cool. Bang, 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 bang!
You are not cool. No. No. He makes both hands into finger pistols and fires a few bullets into the air. Really? You think I'm cool? I'm not cool. Whether I'm cool is unimportant. I have police questions for you.
Oh, yes! You got style. You got personal style. You know what you like.
He surveys his consumer's kingdom with an air of satisfaction.
You like premium menswear. Look around and browse. Everything looks cool on a guy like you. Take your time.
He settles back into the pile of boxes he's sitting on.
Don't be distracted by the flattery and funny man act. Questions.
What kind of stuff are you selling
Only
here?
the coolest goods in Revachol. I've got sneakers, speakers, extremely comfy pants too. Try them on right here. No shame, only freedom.
Where did you get these comfy pants?
I'm an entrepreneur, officer. I've got sources, buyers, suppliers, distributors, manufacturers. wholesalers, all extremely cool and above board.
Uh-huh. You have a permit?
Good joke, officer! Here we don't have permits, just economic freedom. Take a look around.
Takes a deep breath.
You glance around the decrepit buildings, the miserable weather, the sidewalks strewn with sunflower seeds and a dust-choked air.
It's beautiful. Beautiful freedom.
Sweet, no permits if they vote for me. Let's move on. Is it true? He doesn't need a permit?
It is, yes. Anyone can set up their shop whenever they feel like it.
Nice.
That's right. No permits, no bureaucracy. That's why this city and its law officials are so cool.
Wait. What are... But what are we doing here if there are no permits? Look at Kim and the police insignia on his sleeve.
If you wanted to be cynical about it, you could say we are here to protect the interests of property holders. I am not, however.
My man, officer, you make all this possible. Without you, this climate would be extremely bad for business. You're part of the Gotham estate.
Gotham estate? You're right, that is cool. I'm part of a hip, thin, almost non-existent state apparatus. So cool guys protect businessmen while everyone else lives in the ruins? I can think of cooler things. But you're a foreigner. I'm protecting the business interests of foreign nations. Then I'm protecting a state lawlessness. I'm not an officer of the law. I'm an officer of common anarchy. Okay, cool. Appointments here. So a cool guy protects businessmen while everyone else lives in the ruins. I can think of cooler things.
Yeah, cool ruins. I get to sell quality goods like these by cutting out the middlemen. You don't have to rebuild your house, live in a crater, or in a tree. Where can you do that? Only here.
Alright.
Anything for you.
Where are you from?
Me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now. All Revachol.
General local, are you?
Very sharp, officer. I'm Serais, from the Sigai province of the Serais Empire. The apricot suzerainty, you know?
Why is it called that? Lots of apricots there? Apricots are delicious.
The apricot suzerainty is what the Sigai archipelago is commonly known as in Revachol. It's a bit of a fraught term, I'm sure you understand.
No, apricots come from Sigai. My grandma used to grow them. But Sigai is a shithole. That's why I came to Revachol. Here's much better for an independent entrepreneur. Less laws. Speaking of, why not support an independent local entrepreneur? I send half my profits back to my grandma in Sigai.
Well, if it's for his grandma, you should buy a lot of things.
We don't have any money to buy lots of things. I have like $4.
Oh, it's raining. When did it start to rain? Okay. Wait, don't I owe that guy like hundreds? Keep looking. Someone else might know something. Oh. I wonder. This dude be our cool dude?
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind?
Seems like we're making moves back.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back. Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know? But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man?
Man, these are some very straightforward questions. Do you finance those other addictions with drug trafficking? I need to get high. I'm looking for a dealer. Let me be straight with you. I'm trying to figure out who's smuggling drugs at a terminal B. I can see why Australia had problems with this game. I wonder if I don't know if they forced the actual game to be censored or not. They do that a lot. Like The Witcher 2, that was forced to be censored. And of course, South Park. That got very censored. Australia doesn't like it when you have controversial things in your games. No, sir. I think it's just the DVD, not the DVD, the physical release that they wouldn't allow though. I can see why though. You finance these other addiction with drug trafficking.
Hey man, that's serious criminal talk. Are you trying to pull some sort of an entrapment thing on me?
Entrapment? What's that? What? No, of course not. What's that?
Entrapment is where a law officer gets a person to commit a criminal offense they otherwise wouldn't commit, often through some trickery or fraud.
Yes. It's like trying to trick a person into doing something criminal that they'd never do.
But yields results. Seems like a wonderful way to spice up some boring cases. Wouldn't do something like that.
What are you trying to accomplish?
So much for subtlety. Better get straight to the point.
Look, let me be straight with you.
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it to Jamrock.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration.
Wait. Then why are you still hanging around? Well, because he can't get anywhere. He's already told you that. Who do you think would be conducting the drug trade then?
Look, man. I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.
Boo. Guess he's not my guy then. Who is then? Is there another truckie somewhere? Here, Mr. Truckies. Who else can I talk to? Trash I could collect in here? Oh. That's such a weird thing. You can only enter through one door. Talk to this guy. Okay, he ain't providing anything. We can see for the other kids or not. Well, it was a scary lady, was it?
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
Why am I looking at this wall?
You have no clue. It's just a wall. So many walls all over Martinaise. Weather-worn, cracked, their paint peeling.
Oh! This is behind this. Okay, I see. I see. A garden hose. Maybe use until the snow melts. Chairs,
Hey, what's
tables,
that noise down there?
rot. Balcony with a view. That's a lady. Okay. Bullet holes. What's that? Just a closed door. Oh, you look at it suspiciously. Barrels full of rainwater. Can't get up there. I could get down there. Smoker up there could be a witness. Talk to him. How?
I can't get involved in this.
Door?
There must be another way into the building.
Holy shit! What? Why was that so loud? Down here? No. Dang it. Does this come off the back of the...
The spread pattern of these bullet holes makes your chest ache. Your breath grows heavier. You
Coming
peer
closer.
into the faded marks in the stone. They peer back like an endless row of tiny black holes. Sweat starts trickling down your brow.
Did he put these?
This is bad mojo, man! Fucking horrible mojo! The end draws near!
Your chest feels tight looking at them. It's closing in, caving in, ever tighter. Your breathing grows even heavier.
You okay there?
Breathe out sharply. Yeah, I'm fine. Man, I started to feel really bad there.
Might
for a
be the
second.
after effects of your past escapades. What are you looking at?
It's all of these bullet holes I've seen a lot
Remnants from the revolution. These are over half a century old.
Is there something we should be doing about
No,
these?
we are not constructors and renovators. And these bullet holes do not warrant an investigation.
Okay.
The lieutenant nods.
Okay. Okay, you definitely put those ones there. Why do I kind of get the feeling that...
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
No, I have not.
A sturdy metal door guards the south.
Madame, I assure you, we are real police officers.
There is no reply.
Okay, fine. Did I miss something in that thing there? At least he doesn't get tired running around all the time. That's nice.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags. There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still.
Why are you even looking in there?
The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death.
What do you think could be in there?
Trash, food waste from the cafeteria. They lock these containers to keep the derelicts from flocking in. Could be evidence too.
Yes, I feel like there's something in here. Seems like a reasonable something. We should open it immediately. I feel.
What do you mean, feel?
Extrasensory perception. Whatever is in there holds a special significance. It's just a hunch. Maybe someone threw something in there. They're gonna be weird.
I agree. We should get someone from the remote viewers division here.
There's no need for sarcasm. I just feel strongly about it, that's all. Maybe it's not connected to the case,
Oh.
but still.
It might also be evidence. The mob could have disposed of something in there. We should get it open. We could try using a pry bar. The one you took from my motor carriage, or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
Okay. Do we try to pry it open? Or do we ask what's his face? See what we got? Do we ask Manager Man for a key? Acquire a copy of the city map. God, I hate this kid.
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Does that mean she like me? Who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer.
Maybe I
And have you found anyone to be sweet to?
Oh no! What? She smiles. I can't even say that word. No, I'm done with mating rituals this time around. Dunno, wink, maybe I have. I'd once. Wink twice. But then I lost her. I don't really want to talk about that
I'm
right
sorry if I was being overly familiar. I know we've only just met. You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Her eyes glitter over the rims of her glasses as she looks up, smiling.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
You seem to be in a chair. How would you like to roll with me? I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know where I am, what I'm doing, or anything. Sweetie needs money. Does Sweeties get money? Gotta get going.
Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
Anyone got any trash that I can sell? Oh. Kitchen. The dishes are drying. The smell of chemicals and pine.
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garancy and Quebec. It must be his name. Garancy. Garancy Quebec. Sounds representative.
Oh, there's sir.
The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air. You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery. The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side.
I know where this
You
door
do?
leads.
It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
I'm drawn to its cobalt
It
blue.
is quite pretty. I suppose we could look into it as a side investigation.
Yes. A mini side investigation.
Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
Can I help you? Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Is that trash container out back yours?
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
I wonder what this feeling is. No, it doesn't. Nothing stirs in me. It isn't callous, it's common sense. Oh. What just happened? Did my mouse just die? Oh, yes, my mouse just died. I wonder what this feeling
Prod at him
is.
and find out.
Guarding even your leftovers from the poor. We need those keys.
What do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
The lieutenant's voice is harsh and sudden.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
He takes the keys from under the counter and hands them to you. Seen something here at the Whirling Guard. I think I need to talk about
What
it.
thing?
There a sign that said the mess hall is reserved for the Union?
Yes, not the whole damn Union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction.
He tosses his head in disdain.
They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
He hates the Union, but grudgingly recognizes its power over him. So he's directing his frustration at you instead. Retaliate.
Shame you gotta suck up to the Union to stay afloat. Let it go. You're above gratuitous baiting.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info.
The lieutenant gives you a meaningful nod.
We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even men on strike.
He looks towards the booth.
You glance at the clock on the wall behind the manager. Huh.
It's after 6. Oh, it's after 4. The sign says starts reserve starting 4. Why isn't anyone in the mess hall?
Good question.
He turns to the cafeteria manager.
They're probably getting drunk or protesting something somewhere. Or laying low after the, lynching.
Whatever he may feel about you, he can't miss the opportunity to throw you a look of what he assumes is shared understanding. Go with it.
Nod sagely, yes. I think I
Yeah, yeah. The Union guys think they're untouchable. They probably fucking killed that guy or something, and Now think they can hide out till it all blows over and it's fair weather again in Martinez.
I have a feeling we'll make their acquaintance sooner or later.
There's a mysterious blue steel door in the back of the kitchen.
Oh yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
Do you know what's behind it? Do you have...
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He runs his finger across the counter to check for dirt.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
Let him get to pretend he's indifferent.
He looks at the dust on his finger and wipes it off.
Something else I'd like to ask about.
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Goodbye. I don't think there was anything else I needed. Can't get in there? No, sad. Oh, I need to actually click it. Click it.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that's set with a well-oiled crack. The lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
Didn't I just have a premonition that there's something in there?
There is, but you won't like it. Sweat forms on your brow. Your hand is still on the lid.
No, we need to investigate now.
Just like that, he opens the lid.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Look under the boxes of cotton.
You see milk, an egg rest with one broken egg in it, some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below, and turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however.
Peek at the rags.
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers.
Grab.
As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer.
The lieutenant produces a black plastic bag marked evidence from his pocket.
Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but...
The lieutenant quickly searches the jeans. He looks back into the container.
The belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye.
Reach for
it. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that...
A thrown-out towel, a mug, that's all.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
Yeah. We need to ask someone from the Whirling. Might have been involved, maybe.
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash, the lid was locked, and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container.
Get that mug too. Search the food waste.
It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, nothing. It's nothing. Nothing more to see here. What's this?
What? Elbows out. There's nothing to see here. What?
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something.
Pick it out.
Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
No, it can't be.
Yes, it is. Look. This plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form.
A miserable looking slip of paper sticks to the board.
If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
Must have been cramping my style. There's a foreboding quality to it. Maybe I needed to lose it. For the great bloodletting to begin? I think I didn't want to be a cop anymore, so I threw it away. Maybe someone from the Whirling threw it in the trash. I don't know, I'm boring. I'd rather not talk about it right now. I think I didn't want to be a cop anymore.
Well...
He doesn't know what to say.
His eyes express a rare condolence. Then he picks it up.
Lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains, just to be sure some has not made it into the hands of the RCM's adversaries. Organized crime and the like. There might have been police secrets in your notes.
Okay.
It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select the Interact tab to read your paperwork.
The mug. Getting the mug
You
too.
pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron.
Ew. And then
Only in its social sensibility.
take the mug, I guess.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Goodbye. Okay, let's go back in there. What's the interact button? Find a way to secret passage. Who's in the union box? Put the clothes in the trash. Oh, I gotta talk to Kuno again. No! I don't want to talk to Kuno again. Why is it always Kuno? Have I talked to this dude before? He doesn't have anything to say. What's the interact button?
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner. There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for you. Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into its blue heart. It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want.
Take it off.
Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila! The ledger now looks marginally better.
Inspect the clip.
An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip.
Run your finger across
The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before.
Lieutenant, is this one of the hologram watermarks you mentioned?
What? Yes, halogen watermark used for adding information to RCM property.
What kind
It
of
depends.
information?
Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that.
How can I read
Any
it?
capable light with the right wavelength will do.
Like, for example...
All RCM vehicles have headlights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
That's all, thank you.
Okay.
He returns to his neatly kept notes.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand. It's a sorry sight.
Browse the white papers.
They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
What is in there? What are they about?
Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate, due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases, undertaken, not completed, mind you.
Oh no.
It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average.
There was a mention of a naming convention
Yes,
here?
it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name.
My. And they're written in capital letters
Yes,
too.
all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case. Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. You like this grimy murdering, don't you? It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
Is 2 cases a week a good caseload, Lieutenant?
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes.
2 cases a week appears to have been my load, Lieutenant. I'm not sure I completed
2?
them, though.
That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me.
I'm sure I've made plenty of mistakes. I burned out alright. Brisk pace, the way I like it.
It's okay. We all make mistakes.
He nods, then turns back to his own case files.
God knows I've made my share. He tries not to think of them. Like a fan of girls, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The handwriting is extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
Jim, my cases appear to employ some kind of naming convention.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene?
No, I mean a non-numeric one, with titles.
Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does.
Why is that?
It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
Seem to have a case named the Square Bullet Hole
Again,
Murders.
in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out.
What happened
Rail
to him?
spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
Was it? Can I have to open an official case? Is there room?
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish.
Commit to
The
paper.
tasks you've completed flow out of the pen in a brash freehand similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple, a language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Get the body down. Interview the cafeteria manager.
Cross out the ones you've already
A
finished.
satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
Lieutenant, have you by any chance named our case?
No, actually. Any ideas?
Shit on a stick. The setting sun. The Furies are at home in the mirror. The Hanged
Great.
Man.
That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
I'm done inspecting these. Close the files.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
Where's the yellow
In the
papers?
back, you see thin, translucent copy of paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form.
What kinds of forms are these?
3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle ones are station calls. And the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of.
Misconduct fine.
A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields.
Station call.
These are quite sinister in tone. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing. A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs, color of the irises, predation marks, condition of sexual organs.
Enough of these. New
Yes,
skill point.
all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys. What delicious power hid within this pathetic mess. You feel better. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copier paper.
Look at the
It's made
clipboard.
of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back you see the embossed letters, RCM.
Shake the
Something
window.
rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment?
Peek inside.
The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center.
How would I
With
open
your
it?
hands, U4-sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board.
Oh. It's a white check. Okay. Open the hidden compartment.
Is not what you end up doing.
Oh.
You squeeze the plastic to slide it open, but nothing happens. Then you bend it some, then crack it. The goddamn thing is stuck. A hot flash of rage comes over you. For a moment there, before it recedes, you feel as though you might just squeeze a tear of anger out of your duct. It makes you wonder, why? It's unjust, that's why. You can't even get to that thing anymore. The ledger quivers in your hand. As it shakes, the pages rustle. This pathetic mess suddenly afraid of you for some reason.
Smell
The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner.
Yucky. Can I read the case files?
It's proving to be harder than expected.
No.
You just don't have the intellectual rigor to patch the quilt back together.
Oh.
Try again later.
Put the ledger away.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across. It almost looks like the electronic patterns in.
Put that away.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much.
Got it. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so logic seems to be at its max for the moment. What is this? Hunches and gut feelings. Pain threshold endurance. Keep your morale up. Let's go this one now. Set. Okay. That wasn't what I wanted to do. Read the watermarks. Splat monument. Okay. I have quite a few of these things today. Medium, medium, challenging. I have quite a few of these things now. I need to go back and buy that goddamn map. Alright. I guess with my $4, I can go and buy a map. Actually, first, before I go do that, let's finally actually... Let's finally talk to him about the case.
What do you want to know?
Literally anything. I can't remember a single thing. Would you say this is a mysterious case? If we're from different precincts, why are we on the same case?
I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
He considers the phrasing.
His disdain is clear. This man would not use such an expression otherwise.
What do you mean?
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it.
You know what I'm in on? Retrograde amnesia.
Better still than an imbecilic cop-off.
Cop-off?
It's just stupidity.
Let it go.
Was there anything else you wanted to know about the case?
So this is a mysterious
No,
case?
it's not a particularly mysterious case.
Why
The
not?
deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that.
Yeah, supernatural. I was thinking something otherworldly might be involved. You know, something supernatural. White male in his 40s. What more do we need? Personally, I think labor disputes are very mysterious. Okay, so the case probably isn't mysterious, but could it be sexy?
Then you are in luck, because we are in the midst of a major strike by the dock workers union. Maybe more than that. The union clearly wants a piece, not just of the industrial harbor, but the Wild Pines Corporation itself. I expect the case itself to be less challenging than navigating these community matters. This district isn't used to the RCM's presence, and the union rarely overplays its hand, as it appears to have done in this case.
Hey, literally anything.
Ah, yes. The case brief you missed. Now I remember.
Brief, yes, that sounds
3
good.
days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
Wait, does the brief say who the victim was?
A security guard or worker of some sort, hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth.
Why didn't we know anything about the caller?
They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex.
Why hide themselves?
There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that.
Of course, I understand everything.
Just to
now.
be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer. That's the case. Uncover and arrest the killer.
Have all I
Good.
need. Talk about you.
Me?
Yes,
I
you.
don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation.
Well, we'll work together better if we have more rapport.
That's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know?
You don't look like the other people. Wow, okay. You're wearing glasses. Bad eyesight.
That's correct.
That makes him a Beano-clad. Completely uncopped material, if you say so yourself.
I'm not gonna call him a Beano. Glasses are cool.
Are they? They're mostly just cumbersome.
You could use a good, normal pair yourself.
You don't look like the other people around
That's
here.
because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's not an interesting topic.
What is Seoul?
It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity, and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting.
I guess it's not
I
interesting.
can see you're disappointed. You are right to be. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents. I've never been to Seoul. I'm a regular, garden variety Ravacholière.
He's glad to have shut down your question.
Talk
Good.
now.
Let's change the subject.
You seem to be following
Excuse me?
Nothing. Just an
You have
observation.
a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide.
What do you mean distinctive?
I hope you don't take this the wrong way. It's just a collegial observation. In the 57th, we call it the Jamrock Shuffle. Officers from Jamrock's 41st Precinct tend to move a bit erratically.
How's that?
They say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic, yet thorough. Prioritizes containers.
To prioritize containers? Okay
He
then.
simply nods. Passing along frivolous interdepartmental stereotypes is not usually his oeuvre. He regrets bringing it up.
Okay. Okay, what did I needed to look at the car.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of...
All right. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
He's downplaying his excitement. The lieutenant is more than happy to show off his precious carriage. The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The rounds per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Canadian comes to life with a whiny growl.
Ooh. Press the button labeled headlights.
The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is. Revachol West.
There's a note of pride in the lieutenant's voice.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations.
Look at this shimmering street grid.
The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights.
Wait, look
A
around
rat
you.
brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her in a voice no quieter than the child's cry. In the middle of a broken plaza, in a cone of light, barely visible in the daytime, two men, one slim, the other sturdy. They are on the city stage, but only one of them knows his lines.
Ah, Martinez.
Where are we on this? Point at the halogen map.
Let me see.
He takes the ledger for a moment and expects it.
Right here.
He says, his finger near the top of the map, on a segment of coast jutting out into the great ocean. Seems nice. Seems like a shithole. I'm sure I've seen worse.
Oh yes. Coal City. Le Royaume. The burnt-out quarter.
All of them worse than here.
Look at the perforations.
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows.
Tally up
The
the
first
different
row
rows.
has 18 dots.
What about the next?
The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some.
Count them individually.
There are so many, it's hard to count. More than 150, at least. Maybe even 200.
What about the last
The
row?
last row has 3 perforations.
3, that's it?
That's it.
Hey Kim, what do these holes mean? Point to the dots and the watermark.
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
Son, here is where we score your life performance. You better hope it's good.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
Wait, 18 years I've done this? Got drunk like a megastar? I walked the land telling whores and lies of the end to come. There are 9,855 days remaining. Probably some boring office job, same as everyone else. I feel like I just went around apologizing all the time. Do you really think I have any idea?
That's what it says. I might have guessed even longer based on your age. What did you do all those blissful years of your youth?
Do you really think I have any
Fair
idea?
point. Let's move on, shall we? This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see, wow, more than 200.
Is that a lot?
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
So you're saying I used to be a super cop? I used to be good. That's some solace, I guess. What's the last number? Don't think I can ever re-become this person. What's the last number? You used to be
Right.
good.
Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there.
Confirmed kills. That sounds pretty evil. A drink would soften that feeling.
So I'm a killer. I was expecting a higher number. Honestly. That's not too many. Is now a good time to pull one out for the fallen? It's not too many.
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way.
What's it feel like to kill a man, Mr. McCoy? A young woman asked the man across the desk from her. Honestly, babe, says John McCoy, crossing his ankles over said desk. I don't feel anything anymore. It's just like brushing my teeth. I do it once or twice a week and don't really think about it. There's no trace of guilt in his voice.
There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident.
It's obvious the lieutenant doesn't think very highly of these officers.
But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
He's sincerely glad you're not a scary predator. Not to say relieved you're competent.
Have you ever killed anyone, Kim? How do you handle the strain? Thanks for this. You ever?
Yes.
He says, declining to elaborate.
It's not a problem for him to state it, however.
How do you handle the strain?
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others.
He gives you a meaningful look.
Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
Like what?
Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now.
Maybe I should find
Why
a hobby.
not gardening? You've already got the gloves.
He points to your yellow gardening gloves.
It's meant in earnest. Please don't mistake it for a jab.
Thanks for this.
The lieutenant nods.
Okay,
Right.
let's go.
I'll go turn off the lights.
He presses the remote control on the key.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page, to the right of the task description.
Sweet! Superstar Cup. People killed. Oh, I've got no honor. Good cop, bad cop. Ultra liberal. Well, at least I'm not a fascist. Ooh, might be communist though. Boring cop. Sorry cop. Apocalyptic. Apocalypse cop. Superstar cop. Got another one done. What else did I need to do? Put the clothes in the trash. Oh, that's what I need to do. I need to go buy the map. I want the map. I don't know if it'll be useful, but...
Several maps have been... The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez.
Shopkeeper stare down. I want to buy the map.
Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
I want to get into that friggin' door. Kind of weird ass cult shit is back there. Keeping the demons.
The worn map features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinez, with directions to appropriately touristy locations. Year 48 resides on the upper right corner.
Trace a path through the grid.
Your finger moves through the various streets, across Rue de Saint-Ghislain and Rue Saint-Sipar, over Saint-Brun and Martinez North. Finally, coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently standing, although the map gives no such indication itself.
For a more detailed view of the map, go to your journal and select the Map tab.
Sweet. Oh, are we gonna end on the same place that we started? I think I have just exhausted everything that I can around here. Nope. On the wrong thing. Map. Eee. Horseback. Mirror. Mirror. Footprints in the dust. Empathy, formidable. Where does that go? Composure, legendary. Sleeping dog walking. Map wall. Really hard to scroll, or is it just my mouse wheel being an asshole? Exposing legendary. Logic medium. Are there more white checks for the ledger?
The worn map features the patch.
That wasn't what I wanted to do. Ledger.
The was the ledger you found in the trash.
Oh,
a cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside. It's barely held.
I see.
A bunch of sodden.
Put the ledger away.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
So we are almost 4 hours in, and I have not actually gotten up those stairs yet. Well, I think I have investigated everything that I can possibly investigate around here, though. I haven't found although I haven't found a lorry driver that I can talk to, unless I need to be able to crack into his.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looked, even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy.
In what way?
He blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy during the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
How did he manage to blow through the entire national treasury?
Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices. He called it the Sol Aurum. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon.
I was gonna say, is this man some sort
Instead
of fucking dragon?
Like a normal person.
The man certainly knew how to live.
Shush, necktie. I would like to sleep on gold hostler style. You've got like $3 to your name. King is the king and he can do anything. Wait, really? There's no way that's true. I wonder everything went to shit.
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
The what now?
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. He was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy.
Nose candy.
Not just any nose candy, though. We're talking Royal Philippian Blow, allegedly twice as potent as the stuff you find nowadays, and purple. Philippian cocaine was purple.
Okay, where is he buried? No! So he was addicted to nose candy. A bloated druggie.
That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later. Right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insulindian Bay.
Wow.
Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum. A group of marble pleurons still surround the king's vandalized tomb. A deathly cold wind sweeps up candy wrappers and old newspapers.
What happened to the statue?
The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn-of-the-century revolution, when Martinez was leveled.
Who restored the monument?
Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city. The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit.
That's brilliant. So funny and nihilistic. that's such a bad idea. I really don't get art.
Neither do people in Martinez. The statue has proved to be controversial in a neighborhood mostly populated by the left-leaning working class. Philip III, the squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death.
Whoop. Okay. Why does it not let me scroll? What is wrong with this? Okay, well that's annoying. Yeah, well, who is in the union box? You thought I would actually keep an eye out for them. I made the call. Victim tattoos. I really want to know what happened to the badge. And who this lady is who's got the gun. I owe him like 230 bottle caps or something, don't I? No, I'm not doing that. Okay. So I need to find a new lorry driver that will talk to me as... I'm already tired. It's none of these dudes. Mechanically sealed door. Locked by electronic keys. No lock picking or door kicking this one. In case of strike, press button behind gun. In case of strike. Again, don't I?
This fucking kid.
I hate this fucking kid.
Fuck, does Kuno care?
More questions?
Yes! The kingdom of Kuno. The fuck do you want with it?
Dead man's clothes were in the trash container. Pointed at the container. How'd they get there?
Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno.
I need to know. It could be leading the investigation. Someone may have tampered with the murder scene.
Listen! Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real.
Wait, I asked what happened to his clothes. You must have seen them lying around. What's so great about these pants? No, Kuno. You don't know anything. No, Kuno. You don't know anything about the tampering I'm investigating, and I already have pants.
Whatever. Kuno was trying to help you, but you're too fat for fouling anyway, pig.
There was also this mug.
The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again?
Yes. Does this racist mug have anything to do with it? Yes. Does this... Ooh. Yes, does this quaint better not taken out of... Yes, does this racist mug have anything to do with it?
Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain. You saying you picked it after the mug fucker? Cause he's the clothes fucker?
I can't hear you, Kuno! Speak louder, Kuno!
That's exactly what I'm saying, Kuno. Someone has tampered with the crime scene, cleaned some of it up.
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator.
He nods in approval.
The kid may have something there. He's already come up with an interrogation technique too.
Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can...
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno! They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching! Get away from my Kuno.
Jesus.
Yeah? Get your bacon shit away! Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno's face. Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Kuno needs a smack in the fucking mouth. God, I hate that kid. Oh, need to talk to guard again, don't I? How much do I owe him? 200 and something? I've got $3. How do you actually get enough money to pay this guy? Jesus. Is that like the ultimate thing with the...
Can I help you?
Use your trash container, please.
Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for.
I found the victim's clothes.
How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Maybe you don't remember putting them there. Maybe you were sleepwalking or in a fugue state. Could somebody on your staff have put them there? Who else has keys to the trash container?
The trash collection service? CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threats that solves itself down the road.
On Clinton Street, near the Boogie Street Diamond, a small truck rattles down an alleyway. It stops by a rusted trash container. Two men, their faces rough and swollen, jump out. They look at the container, despondently. CSM is written on their backs.
Thank you anyway.
Could one of your staff have put them there?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Okay.
Yes? Yes. Have you got it?
How much do
A lot. A lot. For the room, drinks, and
130.
broken window, 130 real. Like what? I was rarely enjoying talking about the money you owe me.
Goodbye. It was not as much as I thought. Wow. God damn it. There's so many things. There are so many things. Oh, I got a package. Nice. I wonder what's in that. Package. Rest the armor, get the body down, pay for damages. Track down your badge. I really want to know where the badge is. I was hoping I'd find the badge in the in the garbage. You made the call, sing karaoke, track down your gun. Okay, I don't think there's anything more. Can we just play? How do we wait for these dudes to show up? To find something to sing karaoke with later. 'Cause I definitely want to do that. Okay. Okay, I think this is where I'm gonna leave this today. I don't know if this is a particularly enjoyable one or not. I think it was mostly just me investigating things. Well, I guess that's part of the game. That's most of the game, isn't it? Well, thank you for joining me, and I hope that I will see you on the next one, which will be back with more A Date with Death, and that will be, I believe I made that for Thursday. I can't remember my own schedule. Yep. So join me again on Thursday at 10 AM, or I think it's like 7 PM Central on the Wednesday night. Time zones! And we'll be aiming for days 5 and 6 with A Date with Death. I have no idea what ending I'm headed for. I feel like maybe the DLC, but we'll see. So thank you so much for joining me. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye!